I think you're so right. I think the mental accounting problem that we have is that we have to live off income. So, I have to have these assets produce this rent for me or these dividends, and that's all I can live off. And if I need 100 grand and I've only got 50 grand coming from dividends and interest and rent, then I need to buy things that will give me more income. But the reality is it's forgetting that you don't have to live off that. You can live off savings. You can live off selling down your portfolio.
If I build a asset base in residential as a like a primary first step, and then do nothing else beyond that, maybe the worst case scenario is by the time I get to 60 or 65, I sell one or two investment properties and put a whole bunch of cash in the bank and I'm fine. That might be the worst case scenario. The best case scenario is I build an asset base in resi first, and then gradually as I get closer to retirement age, I might then introduce commercial, at that point. And then I can balance out in my portfolio a combination of income and growth. And maybe then I can ramp up the income profile together with then taking a super pension. Maybe that gets me closer to where I need to be, as opposed to starting off with the whole income thing in mind.
At some point you say, look, I'm going to keep paying my mortgages off, particularly my home, but I'm not going to be able to buy another resi property unless I get a big salary increase. And so at this point here, it's, okay, well, I've capped out on resi. I've already capping out my super, because you can only put a limited amount into super, and people, that's really easy to cap out on now. And so this is the point where you start to say, well, what's my shifties? I'm going to start buying shares. I'm going to build up, another asset base that I can sell down. Maybe I should consider selling a resi to buy a commercial and pay off my home and things like that. So you start getting a bit smarter. But in those initial years, I think you just got to focus on using what your options you've got is leveraging your cash into something like resi, build an asset base, and then look at commercial when you get to a stage of life when you're going to need more income. But just be really careful with it. Don't just focus on trying to replace your income straight away. Just focus on, using different asset bases.